I'm like a herpy girl. I show up for a little bit, I go away, and then I always come back. Okay. My contract will never expire because I last forever. Girl.
Are you still talking? Girl, stop talking.
Girl. We are back. We are better than ever, girl.
Oh my God. I'm so excited. This is crazy. This is like...
I know our last one was like a long time ago. Right?
Well, 2 weeks. 2 weeks spaced out. Yeah. Yeah. So what's really happening is we're recording these videos back to back, but the way they're going to be portrayed to you guys, they're going to be 2 weeks apart. At this point, you guys already know Chance is a part of the show. He is my co-host.
When she asked me, I thought she was just asking me to be on another episode, and I was like so stoked, but I couldn't hear her fucked up voice memo that she sent me because you had headphones on or something.
My inspiration. I'm sure we've already talked about this by now, but like I said, the way we're recording this is so different. We're going to get on with emotions and how it all works out. You guys are just going to be along for the ride. So we're literally figuring it out kind of as we go. I'm just so excited for this. Is like our first official episode.
I know, it's so fun. It's so fun. One thing I do want to see from our fans or followers or whatever,
listeners,
I just want people to write into us and ask us questions or tell us your fucking most fucked up crazy stories or ask for advice. Not that we are like professionals that can really give it, but like I think that we can give pretty good advice.
We're gonna give it, whether you like it or not.
We can give something. I don't know. You know, could be good. Could be. Could be that too. You know, you just
really, listen. You really have to be watching these episodes. So, little side note: if you have a story to share, if you have something you want advice on, or just like a hot topic that you want us to gossip about, please click either link in our bio, and there will be an anonymous question submission that you can write in. It will ask for like quote unquote personal information. However, make up a name. You just need an email. Use your spam one that you made when you were fucking 11, okay? And you can write into us there. It's all anonymous. We're never going to share any personal messaging.
That's good.
But yeah, we're not going to share any personal information or anything like that. We just really want to bring like more inclusive content, and we can't do that without like you guys helping us. So it can literally be anything. If you're listening to any of our episodes together and something sparks this like creative moment or like a question or concern, or like you're just like in public and you're like, oh my God, I feel like they should be talking about this, write in. It could be a thought, it could be bullet points, it could be a full-blown fucking scenario. We don't care. Write it in. We will collaborate on
We want to hear about it and we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Until the end of time.
This is like a whole new fucking era, and I'm so excited.
New year, new us, new pod.
Cheers. Okay, I do think we should have this like universal, like just kind of episode thing. I don't know what we are gonna call it, but I think every time you hear us say girl, you gotta take a sip.
Oh, God. So the whole bottle is going to be gone in literally 5 minutes because I do be saying, you know what I'm saying?
So I think, I don't know when everybody's listening to these episodes, but if you are in the comfort of your own home and you are drinking or it's a weekend, anytime you hear us say girl, just take a little sippity sip.
Oh, I thought you meant for us. You mean for them watching?
I meant for them watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a drinking game. Oh my God, I love it. It's the girl stop talking drinking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
that. As
that.
long as you're not driving, wherever you may be drinking, you just take a little sip, girl. Because it's going to be a lot of nonstop. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
I'm so excited.
Cheers to the new seasons.
Okay. So, literal first episode. I know you guys heard us a couple weeks ago. We did our little intro, kind of introducing Chance and doing like fun little way to like break the ice. We don't really know where the show is going to go. We don't have like a whole lot of ideas on the premise of how these episodes are going to go together. So you're literally just going to follow along as we kind of create this new experience of how the show is going to work, which I'm honestly just so excited.
I'm excited too. Like, and I feel like even if we don't have like a plan set in place, I think it's just like good to get together and talk and shoot the shit. And if you guys write in, then we'll have more stuff to talk about. Or if there's several people writing in about one
Certain
specific thing, we can make an episode about that. Like, I think it's just going to be fucking fun.
Yeah. It's going to be great for me because, as you guys know, I've just been so low for the last year or so. Like, me talking to myself is easy, but I'm just excited to have you here to have, like, the banter and, like, just the real life back and forth. So, what are we talking about today? What should we do? What's the vibe?
I think that we're talking about our... Yeah, we're debriefing about a specific night recently.
Okay, I have to like set the premise a little bit.
Okay.
Chance is kind of like my twin flame.
No, we really should get flame tattoos. Like a little tiny flame on our wrist. That would be so cute.
Like pink coral.
Oh my God, like I don't care what it is. Let's do it. That would be so cute.
Wow. Okay, well.
New video coming soon, girl.
Yeah, I truly feel like me and Chance are like the same person, which is a blessing and a curse. You really have to be watching these episodes. If you're not watching on Spotify or on YouTube, I
we highly encourage you to do so.
Exactly.
Because yes, you can hear our voice, but you probably should see the face.
And the studio setup's going to be different every time until we figure it out. Anyways, we had a point and we totally got off. I was saying you were my twin flame. Where was I going?
I don't know. We're twin flames.
That's it. The show's over.
No. Good night. I'm like, wait, where were you going with that?
I have no fucking clue. Okay, we were talking about what we were going to talk about today. And that we're just like so similar.
She said she has to set the premise and that I'm pretty much her twin flame. And then you were going to go into the premise of the night that we're about to talk about.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. See?
See?
You keep me together.
The girls, I get it. Okay?
So here's my thing. Like, because we are so similar, we also like party the same. And so, like, you get us together drinking in a room for, oh my God, my fucking mic is just like, where is she going? You get us in a room together, drinking, having a good time. Like, we just don't know when to say, like, good night.
When to call it a night.
Because we're just having so much fun. You know what's so crazy is you were up here when Zach was like finishing setting up, and I just went to like freshen up, put some moisturizer on, put my lip gloss on, and I was walking back up and I'm like, oh my God, I was just like missing him.
Really? It was just in that short amount of time?
Well, because we were up here, we were just like laughing so hard, like having a good time, and I was like, wait, that was so fun.
We do be having fun to the point where, yeah, you're exactly right. I leave her house and I'm like, damn it. Damn it. Like, what's she doing? Let me call her when I get home and see if what's she doing? I just want to be like literally, I was going to say inside of you at all times, but,
your skin. Oh my God. Okay. Well, so this is what I'm saying. We do these nights, we go out, we get together, and there's like no stopping the chaos that's about to happen. Yeah. I was actually just telling Chance that the last couple of times I pulled all-nighters, well, the last couple of times in the last like 10
careful,
years,
girl, careful,
was when you were around. But
and then I said, oh my God, you're so right. Because even when I do that by myself, it's with myself. So I'm the problem.
No,
all
you're
good.
not a problem. I think it's fun. It's
No,
a
it's
fun
always fun.
time.
Have you ever been on vacation and you just don't want your fucking vacation to end, even though
Yes.
you've had so much fun for 3-4 days a week? I don't care how long it's been. You're just like, oh my God, I want to stay up all night and like, I don't want this party to ever end. That is how it feels when I am with her and she is with me. I don't want it to end. The sun can come up a million times and I still just want to be in the vibe.
No, literally, like, so the night that we're about to debrief, the morning of the night, we ended up just like laying face to face in my bed. Honestly, it was
That was like such a sweet moment. It was so sweet.
it was really giving like early 2000s like sleepover vibes.
It was.
I'm like, I feel like this is the healing I needed as an adult.
Well, it's vulnerable. What
Yeah.
friends do that with each other? And like, I don't think I've done that
No,
with
not
my
like
other friends.
since I was like a kid or
Yeah.
something, you know? And yeah, I mean, obviously we were like wasted and we hadn't slept, but I think everybody can relate. Like when you're in those moments where you have those like drunk wine nights with your girlfriends, you just end up sharing like your honest like truths or like things that you've been upset about that it may be hard to talk about. And I think we don't get enough of those moments as adults. And it's honestly kind of fucked up when you think about it, like that we have to, not that we have to be fucked up, but like a lot of the times when they happen, it's like when we're drinking, like we feel closer and vulnerable, more vulnerable to someone, you know?
It's because people have like all kinds of like barriers when they're not
Yeah.
like under the influence of something,
Yeah.
you know, which I don't think people should, but
Well, that's
people
like
do.
that saying where
Yeah.
it's like a drunk man's words are a sober man's thought. Girl.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
But anyways, let's
Someone
get to this.
someone at work recently told me, it was a table that I had. It was two girls. They were friends. They both met here. They live in different states, but they met here because the weather is nice. You know, everyone from the fucking East Coast is saying, oh my God, Arizona's weather is so great, whatever. And it is. But the thing they told me was all you have is time. And if you have the time to be deep with your friends, like take that time. And I totally believe that.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's so important.
it is.
Yeah.
And so many people don't do it with each other, or they only have surface level relationships. And I just don't fucking care to have a surface level.
You know what I will say, and this is like so honest, something that I've learned about myself over the like, I don't know, the last decade or so, is that like I crave relationships like that so much.
Surface level or
no, like
deeper
communication. And I think for myself, what I have realized is I'm like what I would like to think about myself anyways is like a very encouraging person, but I also like to fix people. And that's kind of like gotten in the way of some of my friendships because I think there are a lot of people in my life that are attracted to me for the opposite of who I am. Like they are the opposite of who I am. So I think I've like made a lot of friends who like see and love my vulnerability as a person because they're not that way. You know how they say like opposites attract, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of that, it's almost gotten in the way of a lot of my friendships because I try to like almost like pull that out of people, but they're not necessarily ready to be like that vulnerable or that open. And so it almost comes off like deflecting as like the opposite, where they're like, why is she so needy? Now she's acting different. Or like,
yes.
Or she like they get defensive because they're like, she's always on my ass. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? And I've noticed that a lot over, like I said, the last decade. And I have not been a good friend in multiple ways because it's taken me time to learn that like not everybody is willing to open up and have those conversations, or even they're not even ready for like the honesty. Because one thing about me, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. And I like we've had this conversation before where I know I've told you this, like I feel like my confidence as a person like offends people because we've had situations where we've talked about this where it's like, okay, I think people get upset by the way I say things, not only in the conversations we've had, but in my regular life too. And when I like replay those moments, I'm like, okay, well, that's not my responsibility to like.
Yeah. You're totally right.
You know what I mean? It's not my responsibility to like cater and like carry your feelings.
How you feel is not my responsibility.
Exactly.
And I think you told me something about like something like that. Like, I don't know, like how if I feel a certain way by what you said, like that's on me. Like I have to figure out why is that making me feel that way.
Yeah.
And so it's totally like
it's a mind fuck.
It is.
Yeah.
And so now I try to think of that whenever I get upset by somebody. I'm like, well, why is that making me upset? Because like, who gives a fuck?
Right. You're like, is it really like
girl? Who gives a fuck, girl?
I know. Well, because there were a couple. That's nice. Are you drinking? Let's do that.
Take a drink.
There have been a couple of times of situations that we've been in with your friends where they have been upset with things that I've said.
Yeah.
And so, and we had those conversations. Well, the one thing about Chance that I love so much. Okay. I mean, there's a lot, but one of like the for real in your face things that I love is you are not afraid to say like how whatever I say or how anything makes anyone feel. You are very reactive to the point where it's like up in your face. And some people need that.
Which is a blessing and a curse because some people do not have the balls to say anything. And I'm just like, who fucking cares? Say what you got to say.
Right. But we've been in situations where you even like pulled me aside and you're like, hey, like, did you mean this by what you said? Like, how are you feeling? Because this is how I feel. And it was just like, it was honestly like such a simple moment that meant so much because I haven't had friendships like that in my life before. I mean, I have, but it's like a lot of like work and trying to like better understand where someone's at, what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like to the point. I mean, okay, Chance keeps me so fucking humble because there are things that I just say that I feel like this is how I feel.
What do you mean I keep you humble?
You keep me humble in the way where I'm like, I will say things, which is, okay, this all ties into like me being almost like too confident and where people get like upset by the things that I say. Because I will say something and you will literally be like, react to it so fast. Like, girl, oh my God. Like, I'll give an example. We were in the car after my birthday party, and Zach, my man, was driving us all home, and we were like binge watching Love Is Blind. And I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember what you're about to say, but I do remember the car ride.
Okay, and Zach is a talker. Okay, love him like a sister. Okay, he's BFF.
Love him like a sister. But he's like the talker where he just like talks to himself really loud and like you don't really know what he's saying.
Like he's like mumbling,
he just keeps going and going and going.
Trying to tell you all these random facts about like changing engines and like car parts, and I'm like, and I remember literally this is exactly how it went down. We're playing Netflix on the dashboard, and like the girls are all in the back. It's Zach, me, like Jasmine, Joe, and Chance. They're all in the back, and Zach's like talking. And I literally click the Netflix and I pause it and I look at Zach and I go, "Are you done?"
I do remember that.
I do. Oh my God! Like, Tatum, like you humble me so fast, but also not like I was trying to be a dick, but I was like, no, like. I
didn't think you were being a dick at all, but I was just like, oh my God, wow. But you know what? I am the type of person where I have not been the nicest in the past. I've always been very vocal, expressionate. Is that the word? I mean, you know what I always think about is your friend that fucking messaged you on Instagram and said that I chewed her out one random night at a bar. And I'm like, oh my God, I totally used to chew people out like that all the time. Like I've never had an issue with saying anything to anybody. So I think when I like get on you and I'm like, oh my God, Tatum, really? Because girl.
Wait, what friend?
That one girl. I asked you if I could
earlier, but I was confused.
I asked you if I could message her and say sorry, and you're like, no, like I don't want her to feel like she's on the spot. Anyways, Tatum has a friend, and we posted on her Instagram story when we were drunk, and this girl responded to her story and said, "Oh my God, he chewed me out at a bar one time." And I was like, well, I was not the nicest twink around. I mean, I was fucking fiery, and I still am, but I know how to navigate my fire a little bit better
I
now.
don't even remember who that was.
It's on our text messages. I'll look it up.
Okay.
I'll find it. I thought her name was... That's what I
No,
thought.
no.
Are you sure that's not her name too?
No, I remember the message now, but I can't. Oh! Okay, anyways.
So,
Don't take it personally, girl.
don't
Girl.
take... You know what? If I've chewed anybody out in the past, I
He's
am
also
so
been 86
sorry.
From most bars.
Also, if you see me at a bar and you want to come and chew me out, I really hope you do. Free speech. Do it, girl.
Okay, that was fun.
Yeah. Now let's get into our debriefing of a
Okay,
wild
oh my God,
night
I
we
forgot
just
that's
had.
where even we were going with all of this. I knew it was already.
will you just...
No, I don't care. I'm not gonna cut it out.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, just hit the bait. It's
I
fine.
didn't know.
No, we do 0 edits on this show. The 0 edits, the better.
Really?
I mean, I normally don't edit the show.
Like if I start looking loopy-eyed and crazy, like you're still not going to edit that out?
Girl.
Girl! Literally at her birthday party, the next day after I got home, I was like, you gotta fucking edit me out a lot of that shit. I remember coming in here so fucked up, and I was embarrassed to even think about you watching that and cutting it all out because I was
some things.
fucked up.
I like to run the show with no edits as many things that I could do. All the things that I could do. It's not editing is not one of them. If I can catch it at a certain time, what we're doing now, it's just recording. I have no idea what the timestamps are. Normally I can look at a timestamp and then like go back, but no, we're not doing any edits this episode. So
All right.
you get what
I
you
guess
get.
we're just going raw, honey.
Okay, so we're gonna eventually we're gonna debrief.
Eventually.
Debrief Christmas because as we started all of this and we were like, you know what? Anytime we go out, it's chaos. It started with my birthday, low key.
Yeah.
Started with my birthday, and everybody stayed up that night. We were like, we didn't even get here until like 11:30.
Talk about not wanting the party to end, what we were just talking about. We were in the barn and they had all the fucking windows blacked out. So you don't know what time it is. I mean, I really thought it was
we had
2.
DJ spinning. We had like, it was
I thought it was like 2 in the morning until someone opened that goddamn sliding barn door and the sun was like bright. And I was like, what time is it?
7:30.
I look at my phone, it's 7:30. And I was like literally grasping at whatever time I could to make sure the night wouldn't end. I was like, God, I do not want this night to end. Like it's over, but it's not.
Okay, and then what was the other one?
God,
what
it was
the
so
one
fun.
after that?
It was so fun. I loved it.
I know, it was so fun.
Um,
We had one after that. We had like 3 nights.
No, we didn't, because I don't remember, girl.
We just the last one was the last one. What do I feel like there was one in between?
No, there probably was.
Okay,
Anyways, this all
went
becomes a
out-
blur after a while.
We went out before Christmas, right?
Yeah, it was the day before Christmas Eve. No,
No,
it was on that Saturday.
no, we did. Okay, that was the other one. It was the night before Thanksgiving.
Mm. Mm.
What did we do?
Oh, you know what we did?
What
We went to Whiskey Row and we met that Logan girl. And then we went to the afters in Chandler.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't like as crazy. That was just
That was actually like one of our most chill, tame nights.
We were just like, we just don't. Oh, the reason why I didn't want to go home, no shade to my mom, but my mom was staying at my house and I just knew. I was like, as soon as I go there, it's just like silence. Like, you can't do anything. I couldn't do anything. So it was like, no, let's just like make friends, go hang out.
We were like walking down the streets of downtown Gilbert, and Tatum's like, I just don't want to go home yet. Like, I really don't, whatever. And I was like, well,
This is like, where's the after?
I'm walking
Where's
up to
the
random
after?
groups of men on the street, and I'm like, I'm coming in, I'm like, hey, where's the after? And they're like,
Girl.
There is no after. Who are you? You're bald. Someone told me I was bald or something, and I go, it's
Almost
literally
fixed.
going to happen to you. So shut the fuck up.
How many lies have you told, sir?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we walk by Champs, and we find the people that we were partying with at the porch. And they're like, do you want to come to our house? And we're like, duh, we are no stranger to getting in a car with some random and going to their fucking house after a bar.
That's so problematic.
We are no stranger to that shit. Okay, let's go, girl. So we went, and it was like tame, and it was fun.
It was like so low key.
And the girl's apartment was really cute.
It was so cute. We made some friends in Gilbert, which is always great. And then, third time's the charm, we literally went out a couple days, like a week ago. About a week ago. And you know what was so great about that is we literally had no plans. I don't get a lot of time in my life where it's no child, no boyfriend. Usually it's one or the other. God bless my soul. And so I texted you. I'm pretty sure I texted you.
She texted me, but I was at work, and we're not allowed to have our phones on us at work, so I didn't notice until I got off. But I got off earlier that night, so I called her, and she was like, "Girl, are you off work?" And I was like, "Yes. What are you doing? It's fucking Christmas weekend. Let's go, girl."
Yeah, I think it was literally. It was the weekend before Christmas.
Yeah, it was the Saturday before Christmas, because Christmas is on Tuesday or Wednesday.
And yeah, you got off, and then we're like, okay, we're going to go out. We're just going to have a chill night.
As chill as we can make it, girl.
It's never ice cold. It's hot.
And so Tatum never wants to go to downtown Chandler because she thinks it's full of old people and it's not fun and it's bleh. And like, we are both sick of going to downtown Gilbert because it just gets old. There's 2 bars to go to. It's the Porch and Whiskey Row and Champs, which I've been 86 from 3 fucking times.
I can't even fucking go there. I can't even go there.
Well, you can.
I've been kicked out of Whiskey Row Gilbert twice.
Really?
And they still let me back in.
Oh, well, I got kicked out of Champs twice, and I did go back in. But then when the owner came to clear my drinks off my table because I had totally chewed someone out, I was like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I gotta go. Bye. I do not want this motherfucker grabbing me by my shirt. One time he grabbed me by my shirt collar and dragged me.
Wasn't that whole situation really fucked up?
It was. I was wearing makeup at Champs, and there was a line for the men's bathroom, and these men in front of me would not let me into the men's bathroom because I had makeup on. And so the girls in line were like, you can cut us and go to the bathroom, just come into our bathroom. And I was like, okay, great. So then I went to the girls' bathroom. Next thing I know, the owner's in there grabbing me by my collar and like dragging me out and telling me I'm a man. I can't go in the fucking girls' bathroom. Blah, blah, blah.
That's so
Girl, you really think I'm in here causing harm? We're all keying. What are you talking about?
Literally having a great time taking pics.
The best place at a bar, other than the bar itself, is the girls' bathroom. Like,
girl,
I have the most fun in the girls' bathroom at all times. But
it's literally harmless. And the best thing about all of it is it's closed stalls. So it doesn't even matter if you have the.
And that's what I love too, because boys' bathrooms, the urinals, a lot of them don't have dividers. So you just have open urinals and everyone's cocks are just next to you. And like,
and you're already
I don't
being, like,
really want to
judged. That's fucked up.
Even at Charlie's, there's dividers in between the urinals, but like the gays are, a little crazy. And every time I go to Charlie's and there's multiple guys in the urinals, I'll go to the furthest one away because they're all like,
looking?
Oh, yeah. They want to look. They want you to, it's cruise town.
Oh, my God.
They're cruising. They're bathroom cruising.
They're like.
And not saying I didn't used to do the same thing in Alaska. But, like,
You're like, it's so cold there. We have to, like, warm up with each other.
Yeah. Just don't look at me, please. Yep. Let me go in the stall, girl.
Okay. So we decided, back on track, not to go to downtown Gilbert. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll give downtown Chandler a chance. The last time I was at downtown Chandler, which I had actually pinpointed all the times, I've only ever been there to go to the bars on Christmas. It was like 3 years before, and then it was like 5 years before that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just like, it seems like there's like an older crowd, which, listen, we all know I love an older man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like it to be like lively, you know. I want to be like.
But it is lively.
No, okay. So we went to the downtown bar. What was it? The Ostrich.
The Ostrich, so fun.
That was fun, and we just kind of like pre-gamed there. We had like 2 or 4 martinis.
No, I had 2, so I don't know what she's talking about.
I think we had 3.
No, I had 2 Las Mangoes in Mexico, and that was it.
Okay, you're right. We had 2.
You know what? I don't actually remember. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Anyways, and then we left there, and you know what? I was so annoyed because once we got to what was it, Murphy's Law. We went to Murphy's Law. They have karaoke there some nights. I remember doing karaoke. It wasn't this night, but in the past, so much fun. We got there, and it was like fucking lit.
It's always lit.
And there, it was like everybody our age.
I know. Murphy's Law is like the spot to go in downtown Chandler. Or Bourbon Jack's, which is where I was telling you about.
That's like right on the
That's
other
just
street.
right on the other end.
It's like the L.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
So we went there, and that was a lot of fun. And at that point, it was already 1 a.m. and the bar closes at 2, obviously. And I just remember thinking, like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. I'm dancing. The music is lit. Like, it just seemed so lively and, like, such a good time. We, like, made friends right away. And we were, like, at their table, hanging out, dancing, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so fun. I don't want it to end.
Oh my God, I forgot about those people we made friends with at
Yes,
that table.
when we first got
There was a gay, and these girls were trying to hook me up with their gay friend. And, like, I totally got his number, and he totally texted me his name the next day, and I totally ignored him.
He's not your type.
He wasn't my type.
But
But you know
sometimes
what?
I think
I'm
it's
trying
good.
to live on a motto of everyone deserves a chance, even if you're not my type. What if
Everyone deserves a chance.
girl stop talking deserves a chance? You know what I mean? No, but I feel like everyone deserves a chance, even if you're not my type. Who knows? Like maybe
he was like a good guy,
and
like,
he was really nice.
he was so nice.
And like I feel bad for not texting him
You
back.
should text him back.
But do you think I should? It's been a week now. Like,
So what?
is that bad?
No, why are we hung up on the social constructs?
I don't know, because that's what everyone's caught up on.
No, that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I think you should text him, and we'll have updates. And
Oh, yeah, we can talk about my date with Tyler. I think that's what his name was, Tyler.
okay, we gotta leave that out.
Why?
I don't know.
There's plenty of Tylers in the world.
Girl, okay.
Girl.
Okay, so we met those people. That was fun. We were like dancing. I was dancing. I was like fucking getting
Were you
that shit.
dancing?
Dude, there were like all these like little youngin, like fucking freshly
Not
21,
the youngins.
freshly 21 guys. They were like crumping and shit. They were, and listen, I know how to crump. The one thing Junior Jazzy Baby J taught me was how to crump. And
Jazzy baby taught you how to grump.
yeah, I can
Girl.
see something and I can do it, you know? And so Jasmine, when she gets really drunk, she'll just start, we call it throwing hands. She'll like start.
Oh yeah, she was doing that at your party, I remember.
She'll start throwing hands and then it just turns into a full body thing.
She is hilarious.
Ah, I love her.
I know, she's hilarious.
And so these guys, they were like freshly 21. Okay, there was like a group of them. They were like standing in a circle, like full fucking battle mode, like ready to go. And the guy was like crumping. So I was like, oh my God, I know how to crump. He's crumping. Let's fucking battle that shit out. I got in the middle of that circle.
Where the fuck was I?
Girl, not paying attention, obviously. I got in the middle of that circle and I started throwing hands and I was like crumping to, it was literally, they were playing like Yin Yang Twin. Perfect fucking song to start crumping to. Yin Yang Twins, throwing hands, crumping. The one kid literally like looks at me, turns around, walks away. As if like I'm doing something so crazy.
Yeah, you just ruined his vibe.
And then I always finish it with like, I do like a little hair flip and like drop it. And then I like come back up.
Low key, that is your signature
The
move.
hair flip.
The hair flip drop, come back up is Tatum's signature move.
Even if this hair
Even
is,
on the boat.
even if it's wrapped up in braids, like you can't even fucking do nothing with it. If I was bald, I would hair flip. You throw that shit.
Girl,
I would still hair flip.
Girl, I have theoretical hair. Is that what it's called? Is that what that means? Yeah, I do.
Not the story time with my theoretical hair.
I mean, really, it is.
No, I love it.
Where was I when you were dancing? You know where I was?
No idea.
The black man was this
With
black
the sweater.
this black man came up to me and put my scarf on his face, and we actually took a selfie, which I can show you guys.
Mom. And that was the moment where I was like, he wants him.
Well, he was like, "Oh my God, your scarf is so great! Like, I love it." And I was like, "Oh, my mom makes all these scarves, and she's so good.
happy.
Let me take a picture of us. Take a picture." And then, but I literally don't. I'm telling you, there's chunks that I don't remember when it comes to this guy. Okay.
Okay, I remember all of that.
So we take a picture with my scarf.
Wait, let me finish really quick.
Okay.
Okay, I did my little crump sesh. And then after that, all these boys walked away. And I literally walked up and I'm like, was your boy afraid that he was going to lose? And there was two guys sitting down and they stood up and they started crumping too. And they even came up to me and they're like, dude, that kid didn't even know what he was doing. You got up there and he was like, oh, fuck, I can't even compete. And they just walked away. And then they have this whole thing where it's like, oh, my girl's here, his girl, he doesn't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And then so I was like, wow, that was really lame. And then this is where the scarf entry came in.
Scarf entry.
Because I remember you were like standing there. I saw the scarf. I saw the pic. And then what happened?
The pic?
You guys took a pic.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? Because I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah, the pic, the
He was saying
selfie.
he loved it.
Yeah. So we took the selfie. And then I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. So I was walking to the bathroom. And then the fucking bodyguard, bouncer guy, he was like, stop stumbling. And I looked at him and I go, I'm literally not. Like, I'm fine. And he's like, well, you looked like you were about to start stumbling. Anyways, I make it to the bathroom. The black guy is in the bathroom.
Are we telling you?
Then I go to the stall. And then he comes in the stall. And then he drops his pants. And so I thought he wanted me to drop down low, so I did. And then he was like, oh, no, no. But how did he get to... Okay, I'm skipping ahead.
No,
so,
these were two different scenarios. The scarf thing happened.
Yeah.
That was like when we had almost just gotten there. And then we were like hanging out at the bar. We met those girls. They were super fun.
That was after the bathroom situation with the guy.
No, because the bathroom situation was right before we left because we were standing outside and I was like, wait, where did Chance go? We all took shots with the two girls. Remember? She bought all of us shots. And then we all went to the bathroom together to powder.
And that's where me and the man were in the...
Well, and I didn't know that. And we walked out and she was like, hey, I can drive you guys home. We've only had one drink. We had a shot. Like, if you want us to like drive you home, that's fine. I was like, okay, kind of like free fucking ride. Let's go. And we were waiting outside. And then I'm like, wait, looking around, like the bar was like closing. I'm like, where the fuck is Chance?
I don't remember how this guy got into the car with us. I don't even remember...
No.
Leaving the bar and getting in this girl's. Okay, I don't remember the whole ride.
Are we being for real?
Yeah.
Okay. We got out of the bathroom and the lights had already came on. We got out of the bathroom and we were standing there. The lights were on. They were like shutting the bar down. No more drinks, whatever. I'm like, I don't know where Chance is. Okay.
The lights were on.
The lights were on. The bar was closing. It was like right before 2:00. And then they were like, everybody get the fuck out. You don't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck out of here. Whatever. We like walked out of the bar, me and those two girls. We're like standing out there talking, chatting, whatever. And then the guy came out. Before he even came out, I was like looking around and I'm like, I feel like I already know where Chance is.
In my mind,
I'm like, Chance is trying to get something in the bathroom right now. Something's going on.
Girl.
Okay, and then the guy came out, and I had called you didn't answer. We were standing out there. The guy came out, and he was like, oh, yeah, I don't even know what he said. And I was like, wait, where's Chance? And then he was like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Where'd you come from? He's like, well, I was just in the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, I don't know. I was just like in the bathroom and like...
Go ahead, girl.
Okay.
Spit it out, girl.
He's like, Chance tried to like suck my dick in the bathroom.
You dropped your pants. Like, literally, what would you think if you were a girl in a bathroom and a man was in the same stall and he dropped his pants and showed you his fucking BBC. What would you think?
Hard.
No, but
Okay,
still.
like just still there.
Like I literally was peeing and then I got done peeing. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to come over and pee too. And he like just dropped trow. Okay. And even gave it a shake at me. So what the fuck do you think I'm supposed to do? Of course. I'm like ready to
You're
go.
like, I'm horny.
I'm like, I'm horny, girl. Let's do it, girl.
Okay. So he came up and said that. And in my mind, I'm like, I already knew. Like, zero judgments. Like, I already knew what
We
was going
listen
on.
and we don't judge, girl.
And then you came out. I saw you like paying your tab or something.
Oh my God. I thought I didn't pay my tab.
No, you paid your tab. You were standing at the bar. You paid your tab. You came out. And then those girls were like, we'll give you a ride home. If you guys want to hang out, let us know. If not, kick us out whenever. And I was like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. And then the one guy, he definitely was like a very anxious kind of person, I think.
That's what you told me. And I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't get that, but
yeah,
you got
I
it.
did a lot. He was like questioning a lot of things, like, oh, if you're okay with it, like, I don't want to be like this big, ordeal. Like, he was like, I don't know where my friends are. Like, they left me. And I was like, oh, like, look at you playing poor you, whatever. That's fine. Play poor you.
Poor me, girl.
I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid of what was going on. Mr. 411.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for real. Mr. 411. Yeah, you want to come over? Let's go, girl.
And so we all ended up leaving the bar, getting a ride home to my house, and we just decided to like hang out and keep drinking there. Which was great. I mean, there was really no significance once we got there. It was just a long fucking night.
Yeah, but we had so much fun at Tatum's. I don't even know what we did, but we had so much fun.
Over there, it's literally been like a couple of years.
But this is what I'm saying when I literally forget chunks. I don't remember the ride to your house. I don't even remember like walking into your house, but I do remember parts of being at your house with all of them. Yeah. Then I remember him trying to leave, and I was like, well, we're hanging out, right?
Well, he was definitely like questioning his sexuality a little bit.
Dude, there was at one point I was in Tatum's bathroom and he came in there looking for me and then was like, what are you doing?
He was looking for you hard.
He was like, what are you doing? And I was like,
but then he kept saying like, oh, but I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Oh, and that was like before we left when we were standing there. He's like, yeah, Chance tried to suck my dick, but I'm not gay. And then we were in the car and you were like, you told them that? You're like, you said we weren't going to tell anybody that.
Listen, it wasn't that I actively was like, let me suck your dick, pull your pants down. He pulled his pants down and fucking shook his BBC at me. Hello? Girl. You know my mouth was open, okay?
I know, you're so horny when you're drunk.
God, I am like the horniest. First of all, yeah, no, it's a different story.
I do think he was struggling with his like sexuality a little bit.
As they all do.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
As the DLs do, which we will jump into in a little bit here.
In the next episode.
Okay.
We're going to have a whole ass fucking episode on what that even means, girl. But even the other girls were like, this guy clearly is interested. And they were like trying to convince him.
Well, and he kept telling me like, I'm not, because the one girl with the curly hair that said that she thought I was straight at the bar and that's why she approached me because she thought I was straight and thought I was hot. What'd she say? I thought you were so sexy and that's why I approached you. And then you started talking to me and I knew that you were gay immediately. And I was like, girl, didn't I look gay as fuck? I mean, I don't think I looked straight, but I was wearing a turtleneck, a scarf, and a jean jacket that night. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Is it giving straight? I don't think so.
Quick.
Right?
Yeah.
But she was telling me that she thought that guy was hot. So I told him that. I was like, hey, she's interested in you, whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm not trying to get with her. I'm trying to fuck her friend tonight. And her friend,
That's
which
what
was,
he said to the friend.
To me, he said that to me. He's like, I'm trying to fuck the friend. He wanted to fuck the friend. And then I told her that. And she was like, girl, I am not. Oh, and then the fucking best part of all of this is we're in Tatum's fucking lash studio in her house and you guys are all in there dancing or doing whatever, and I catch him snapping pictures of this girl's ass because her ass was hanging out of her shorts, but he was literally standing there going, and I called him out for it and I said, you better delete those pictures because that's inappropriate. Like, you don't know this girl. You're in essentially my house at this point, and you're taking pictures of this girl, it's not appropriate. Like, you need to delete those pictures because she didn't know, and like that's just not right.
No consent.
No consent. And I told him, like, you better fucking delete those pictures. So I watched him delete them, and I go, okay, great. Now go into your deleted folder and delete them. Like,
forever.
Get them off your phone. What deleted folder? I go, let's not play stupid, honey. You're clearly not. Like, let's just, I mean, maybe you are, but like, I don't buy it. You're taking pictures of a girl. You're deleting these pictures with no problem because you know where to find them afterwards. And I know where to find them afterwards. So go in there and fucking delete it. I mean, I really called his ass out because that was inappropriate.
I didn't even hear all of that. I felt like the whole time he was like very apologetic. It's hard for me to be around people that are always apologizing for their actions, like whether or not they need to like be apologetic for them. Like, if you really do something wrong, should you apologize? Yes. But like when you're like sitting down and someone says excuse me and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, like every time I'm
Yeah.
oh my God, like please stop apologizing for being a woman, you know,
right.
Take up space. It's okay.
Right.
And so this guy was very much that way. And I think there were some struggles there with, you know, feeling maybe like not involved as most people. He had like a very big stutter and was like, I think, you know, that could admit some insecurities and some things.
I thought his stutter was not, I thought it was based on just because he was fucked up. I thought he was stuttering because he was fucked up.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It seemed like very apparent, which it was what it was. But there was like a one point in the whole night where I'm like, okay, we need to like just get him out of here because the girls like were ready to just like hang out and talk and gossip and whatever. And he's obviously doesn't want to fuck Chance, so we just need to.
And then I was like,
here.
well, wait, I'm leaving soon anyways. I'll just put your Uber on mine. Like, just cancel your Uber and hang out, and like we can leave together.
And then he literally goes like, oh well, I'm not leaving yet because I'm leaving with Chance. And so I'm sitting here like. Not homeboy who's questioning his masculinity, leaving with Chance.
Oh my god.
We're all like, okay, pop off, leave with Chance.
Pop off? Well, because before we left your house, he was like, yeah, I work out and like whatever. And I was like, you do? I mean, 4'11". I'm not trying to throw shade, but like he looked tiny. Like he did not look like he.
No, he had washboard abs. He showed us.
Girl, he pulled his shirt up and told me to feel his body. So I was just rubbing his fucking rock hard body, and I was like, you know, going lower to the waistline, and someone was getting happy, you know what I'm saying? But
I
yeah,
felt that at one point because the girls that were over were like, I felt like they were trying to push so hard that like it's okay to like hook up with guys and stuff, and I'm just like, listen, none of us are sitting here trying to convince you of what you have to do.
I also don't want people doing that either because
it was weird. It was a little weird.
It is weird. It's
and I
almost
felt like as a man,
I told those girls I said it's low-key predatory when you're trying to do that.
I felt that way.
It's like, predatory, and I'm not
strange.
I don't want to be a predator.
Okay, but then he left with you.
Obviously, when he was in the bathroom and then told you guys, oh, well, he was trying to suck my dick. I wasn't trying. You pulled it out and shook it at me. Like I figured, like, okay, I figured I had a green light. You know, there was no me trying.
But then did he stop you? He stopped you.
I mean, he was like, "Oh no, like I'm not gay," and I was like, "Oh, like all good." Like I figured.
You're like.
I figured you pulling your pants down was my green light, but like, no big deal. But like even on the Uber home, he lifted his shirt up in the Uber in the back seat, and so I was just sitting there rubbing his washboard body. And then when it was time to go, he's like, "Well, it was nice meeting you. You know, I'm straight, by the way. Hope you know that."
To keep throwing it in.
Oh God, it's fine.
Another one.
You just want people to rub on your body, and that's totally fine. I will rub on it any day, girl.
Okay, and then you know what's so funny about all of that is you got home, and then you called me. And at this point, I think it was.
We don't know when to stop, girl.
I think it was like 4:35 in the morning.
I just wasn't ready. I was like.
Like you shouldn't have left.
I know. I shouldn't have left. Well, because I figured.
I know you thought you were gonna get some.
I figured.
That's fair.
Something was gonna. I don't know.
You ended up coming back to my place, and we were all playing.
Tatum's like, we're just drinking. I was like, is everyone gonna be asleep when I get there? And she's like, no, we're all hanging out and talking. We're gonna be up for a little while longer.
Franzia, you know it's bad.
That's basically what we're drinking right now.
Tiffany, I love you.
Okay.
If you're listening to this, I love you. Thank you for the Franzia. She do be listening.
Okay, shout out to Tiff, girl. The Tiff that I know?
I don't know. Have you met Tiffany? I don't think you've met her.
The Tiff that's your neighbor?
Yeah.
The one that I went to school with.
Wait,
yes,
you
girl.
know her. Okay,
Tiff, thanks for the Franzia. However,
it did keep us going.
yeah. Fair. Anyways, I get home and I call Tatum and I'm like, oh my God, like I just like don't want to be home. Like I'm alone and like I'm still like kind of in my party.
Alone thing.
Well, again, it's like when I'm with Tatum and I go by myself, like I'm like, oh my God, I feel so lonely. I gotta go back with Tatum. My twin flame is burning out. Where is she?
Literally me changing downstairs, being like, I just had so much fun. I miss it already.
So I call her. I'm like, are you guys gonna be up? And she's like, yeah, girl, we're gonna be up. Like we're drinking, we're just talking, whatever. And I was like, all right,
Slapping that bag, girl.
I'm changing my clothes. I literally just Ubered home. And then I ordered an Uber and went right back to Tatum's house. Okay. And then we played Cards Against Humanity, which was fun for me and Tatum because the other two girls just didn't fucking get it at all. But it was fun for us.
It was fun.
They do be talking, those girls. Not a bad thing. We love you if you guys listen.
Probably not. Probably won't be listening. That's fine.
Well, did you promote your podcast to them?
I did, yeah. The one girl wanted to be on it, but you know what's so funny about people wanting to be on your show? People find out you have a podcast and like, oh my God, can I come on? And
Oh,
like,
yeah. Let's talk about when I asked Tatum if I could be on her podcast. Let's talk about keeping you humbled, girl. I was like, hey, like, have you ever thought about having like, having someone on your show? I would totally love. And she's like, well, what episodes have you listened to on my show? Do you even listen? And I was like, yeah, I listened to like 3 fucking episodes this week, I don't know. I think my favorite episode was something to do with anal in the title.
Love that.
Something like
love
that.
The anal episode.
But I was like, yeah, I mean, I listened or whatever. But I was like, oh God, what a bitch, dude. I'm just trying to be cool.
God damn.
I'm just trying to get cool, like, feel the vibes. And Tatum's like, well, if you're not an avid listener, then you can go fuck yourself, basically.
I did not say that.
That is basically what it meant. And I got it clear. And after you said that, I went and listened to your show for a week because I was like, you know what?
She's right.
I was like, you know what? She's right. Like if I want to be on it, like I should know what the fuck it is.
Thank you.
And like, I did take what you said and I applied it.
You're
but
like,
at first I was like, God,
what the fuck?
Oh my God, girl. Okay, great.
That's so funny.
And now look at where we are now. A co-host.
Okay.
We've made it. We made it, girl.
That was like 2 years ago or something.
Was it?
I think so. Like a year and a half. Almost 2 years.
Probably.
I think at that point, there was just like, if you tell someone you're starting a podcast, there are so many people that like, oh, I want to be on it. I want to do this. Like, oh, and then the thing that irritates me the most is people that are like giving me ideas of things that I should do as if like I haven't thought of them or I'm not doing it
honestly
myself.
Though, that's even how I feel. Like Tatum's been telling me like, let me know what ideas. We have a shared note on our phones and she's like, put all your ideas in there. But it's like, I don't want to overstep what you have going on.
No.
Like I kind of just want to be passenger princess and just be taken for the ride.
We're in this together.
Okay.
Like the notes is because I want to hear all of the things.
I also just feel like I don't have great ideas. So I
they
just
will come. Chance has never done a podcast before. Like, well, you've been on the show, but you've never been like a part of like the creation. You're just like, I'm here to say what I have to say.
Just here to talk shit and kiki.
It's gonna be different. You'll see as we continue to like record, and I'm sure you'll look at me and like my creation and how my brain works. Like you'll kind of start to see some of those things, or like you'll be in day to day and be like, oh my God, I should talk to Tatum about this. And then you're like, no, I need to talk about this on the pod. So like those things will start to happen, but it's like a third person perspective when it comes to that. I think my issue with situations is, listen, I have like this show, I've only been doing weekly content for a year now, but I've had the show for 3. And my experience with people is other people have a lot of ideas. And they want to give you all their ideas, or they want to say, "Oh, you should
Too
do
many
this."
cooks in a kitchen, girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should do this. You should do that. Oh, have you done this? And I'm sitting here like, bitch, do you know how many fucking hours I've put into like researching equipment, analyzing fucking like socials, editing, making clips, and you're gonna come in here and be like, "Oh, I should just be on your podcast," or "Oh, maybe you should talk about this because this is what's going on." It's like, you know what? That sounds fucking great. Why don't you do it?
Why don't you start your own?
Exactly. So
start your own.
Was the moment where like you were talking to me about it was kind of like one of those moments where it was like I had a handful of people like coming to me being like, "Oh, can I be on your show? Can I be on your show?" And I got to the point where I'm like, "Do you even listen? Are you even subscribed? How many episodes?"
The whole reason why I wanted to be on it in the first place is because your podcast is kind of like a sex and wellness.
Yeah.
Like that's like your main vibe, I feel like.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, well, now I feel like it is expanding. It's
yeah, you're
like
expanding
a
now.
live diary.
But I felt like in the initial, it was like sex and wellness. And the reason why I wanted to go on it is because I wanted to talk about my celibacy journey and like that whole term of things. Because I also thought she could probably give me really good advice on what I should do going forward if I want to break out of this shell.
Oh my god.
That's literally.
You never even said that to me before.
Yeah, but I just,
You're like, bitch, you shut me down so hard. Okay.
Yeah. You shut me down. I didn't even want to talk about it anymore. I was like, oh God, let me just fucking shut up.
Not me being like, when did you know you were gay? You're like, bitch.
I knew I was gay when I was arguing with you as a child over which Disney princess I am. And you wanted to be the same one. Okay. That's when, girl.
That's crazy. Okay.
But now we're here.
And we're fucking here. We're here.
I'm co-hosting now. Can you believe it?
I could, honestly. Like, I've soft launched this to you before.
When?
Exactly.
She's never soft launched shit.
Yes, I have. I remember texting you being like, "Oh, we should just like give up our day jobs and start podcasting together." Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, but we're not going to make any money right now.
No. Okay, first of all, ew. We're making money this year. We're making money.
I can't quit my day job.
We're not quitting any day jobs. We're making
now,
money.
if Zach hired me as his driver, maybe I could do it, girl.
You heard it here first. The show is growing. It's about to be, it is bigger and better than ever. And we're going to be signed by the end of 2025.
I believe that.
I think so. Like, I really feel like
the energy here feels good.
The energy here.
The energy in the bathroom at Murphy's Law feels good, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, F, G. I gotta go.
Hey.
I don't know what's coming up next week because the show has not been pre-planned. But if you had so much fun, please go to any person that you would think that would love an episode like this. Don't even, you know what? Don't even fucking tell them about it. Go on their Spotify, go on their YouTube account, and hit subscribe.
Just do it. Then we'll pop up one random day and they'll be like, oh my God.
Like, holy shit.
Who is this fag and his hag, girl? The fag hags are here, honey. And yes, I can say it and you cannot. So don't try it, girl.
I feel like I am a part of the gay community, and am I allowed to say it too?
I mean, you have blue hair, so you kind of
So I'm
are.
a fag hag.
Well,
I am the fag hag.
People probably look at you with blue hair and say, oh
No,
God,
they
this
literally
girl
think
is a
I'm a
fucking
liberal.
lesbian. She's a liberal lesbian. Look at her.
I have been called that in my neighborhood from some girl behind her fucking balcony.
Oh my God.
You fucking liberal bitch. That's what she said to me. I'm like,
Over the blue hair?
because
I
my
mean,
hair
that
is
really
like-
is. You look at any lesbian or bi girl, she always has colored hair. It's usually purple or pink, but you have blue, which is a color. You're a liberal snowflake slut.
Well, you heard it here first. No, seriously. Okay, we're just going to wrap it up really quick. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, you got to type in at Girl Stop Talking on YouTube. Please just subscribe. If you're listening to this and you listen to the show somewhere else, you don't listen on YouTube, help a girl out. Just follow us on YouTube.
Help a girl and a gay out.
Help a girl and a gay girl. You must be drunk by the end of this episode.
You must be. They have to be.
It's a Monday.
Right?
They're like, that's how we're starting the week. Yeah.
We listen and we don't judge, okay?
Okay. At this point, you've seen so much. You're going to see so much of us. I am just so excited.
There's so much to see. It never ends.
Chance, follow Chance. Where are you at? Plug yourself.
I am on TikTok at Makeup by Chance, and I'm on Instagram at Makeup_by Chance. And I think my YouTube is just Chance Redfield.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm figuring it out, girl.
We'll get the qualifications on that. And is that what that is? We'll get the details. Wow.
The qualification. It's time to go, girl. But make TikTok and Instagram for sure.
In the show notes.
Follow me. Also, write into my just send me messages about whatever the fuck you want us to talk about. I literally love it. I live, laugh, love it, girl. And we will talk about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Stories, advice, whatever you got, give it to us, girl.
This is a new era.
It is.
I'm so fucking excited.
This is 2025.
I don't have wine in my glass, but
Well.
cheers to the
Oh, great.
Okay.
Cheers. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I gotta go, girl.